What you see here on the screen, boys and girls, is my example of how I did the pattern book, okay? Patterns are when things repeat on each page. So when we're doing pattern books, we're using our sight words from our sight word list to form sentences that talk about different ideas, but on each page, it has the same pattern. So the first pattern that we're going to be working on is called I Can. So I'm just showing you the title page, which is the cover of the book, and then the next page. So I'm just showing you 2 pages. In total, you're going to have 4 pages. So now we're actually going to be doing a lot more writing. Back when we started in October and November with our writing pieces of personal narratives, it was just 1 page. But now with pattern books, it's going to be a total of 4 pages. So that's why I always assign the pattern books on a Monday, and they're not due until Thursday, because you have the whole week to be able to add details and look over your work and to make sure you have all your labels and everything to make it complete. So what Ms. Cash is showing you is my cover page. You have this piece of paper on our Google Classroom in case if you do not have a writing journal with the white space on top, which all of you should. But if you wanted to print this out, you have that option to do it from our Google Classroom page. So if you're using this, most important, name at the top. Then in the box, in the rectangle box, that's where we illustrate our picture. So for the cover, for the first page, all you're going to do is illustrate something that you can do. And that's it. You're not going to write a sentence for the first page because the first page is the cover of the book. Okay, it just gives information about what the story is going to be about. The cover of the book is also going to have the title, which is going to be I Can. Now, Ms. Castro did her work with marker, so that way I made it nice and dark to show all the boys and girls how you're going to do it with your pencil. So what I'm doing in black marker, you're going to be doing in pencil first, okay? So the title is going to be I Can, and then you're going to write by. The word by means who did the work. So by Ms. Castro. This is my work. So what I illustrated is my example from last week, that I can read a book. I'm not writing any sentences here on the cover of the book. All I'm writing is the title, I Can, and by, which is going to have my first and last name. Okay, so that's the first page. Now, moving on to the next page. Ms. Castro went into detail about something else that I can do. I'm not going to repeat the same thing because that would be a little bit boring. So Ms. Castro illustrated that I can sleep. So look at my illustration. Here is my bed. Here I am laying down in the bed. Here is my window. I'm showing you that the moon is out. And I made sure to label the bed, the window, the moon, and myself. Most importantly, boys and girls, by now you should know that when you label yourself, don't write your name. All you need to do is write the sight word me, M-E, me. Once you put the sight word me on top of your head, I will know it's you. Some of us have long names, so in order for the illustration to look a little bit better, we just simply use the sight words that we know. So when you're ready to label yourself, use the sight word me, M-E. Now, for the sentence, the title of our books is I Can. So you're talking about all the different things that you can do. So your sentence is going to start with I can. And then think of something different that you can do. And then I illustrated that I can sleep. So my sentence says I can sleep. So we're going to have to start practicing now, boys and girls, remembering finger space. Remembering that whenever we start a sentence, the first letter of the sentence is going to be uppercase. That means it's going to be the big letters, okay? Everything else in your sentence is going to be lowercase. Those are the little letters that we've been working on all this time, okay? And then when we finish our thought, when we finish our sentence, we have to put a punctuation mark at the end. So when I'm talking about punctuation mark, That means that I'm talking about this little dot here that's on the grass line. That's called a period. So the period explains to the reader that I am done with my thought. So I finished saying what I had to say, and I'm going to move on to the next idea. So tomorrow, boys and girls, I'm going to show you the rest of my book. So for right now, all I showed you was the cover and one other thing that I can do. So this book is going to have a total of 4 pages, the cover, and then 3 other different things that you can do. So tomorrow I have to think of 2 different things that I can do, that I can illustrate and write about. And that's how we're creating pattern books. So now we're really going to be illustrators and authors of all the books that we've been reading all this time. And we're going to put in all that work to make our very first pattern books, okay? So boys and girls, I want you to really try your best. On our Google Classroom page, I had posted it yesterday, Monday morning. This is what it looks like. It's called Pattern Books. I Can. That's not due until Thursday, December 17th. So the instructions say, in your primary composition notebook, please complete the following task and then take pictures once complete and attach it to turn in the assignment. So you're going to think of 4 different things that you can do. And I say 4 different things because the 4th thing is the cover. Okay. So you're going to illustrate in the top white section what it is that you can do, add details, add labels, listen to the words that you're saying of your illustration, and write that first letter of your picture, of the details, okay? Feel free to use all of these resources. That's why it's here for you. If you need paper, it's right here. If you need a word wall, use this word wall. All of you, I recommend to have this displayed somewhere in your home, so that way you get into the routine of looking for a word that you want to write with your writing. Okay, so it has from A all the way to Z. And then if you want to get more ideas of how to write certain things, like if you want to say, I can eat pie, here's the word pie under apples. So you can just look it up right here and then just copy it. So all of these resources are here for you boys and girls to use. And then here's our sight word list too that you can use. Okay, so work on it over the next couple of days. It's not due until Thursday, like I said, so you have the whole week to work on it. Okay, so tomorrow what Miss Castro is going to do is I'm going to show you the rest of my book. Since today I only showed you the cover and the first page. Okay, so again, it's a total of 4 pages. So it's no longer 1 page, it's 4 pages. It's a book. It's a pattern book. Okay, just like the books that you boys and girls read on Raz Kids, that's what we're taking, that idea, carrying a pattern, using the same sight words in our sentences to talk about different ideas. Okay.